Wondering about toys for outdoors for a group of kids ages 0 to 5? Well, today I'm going to be sharing all, and I mean all, of the toys that I have for my daycare kids outside. Hey Glue Sticks, Sarah here, back for another Daycare Day video. I'm so excited you're here. If you are new to this whole Glue Sticks community, I'm Sarah. This is the channel Work Life Glue, where we glue work and life together one piece at a time. We have all kinds of videos, from time management to day in the lives to vlogs to morning routines and bettering yourself. But on Fridays, we always have daycare videos. I am a daycare provider to up to 10 kids ages 0 to 5 in my home by myself. I know it sounds crazy, but it's totally manageable for me, and I like to share what I've learned and have a really great conversation with you guys. We have amazing moms and daycare providers here on this channel, and I'm just so excited that you're here. If you like what you see, please click the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you as part of this community. So let's jump right into today's topic. Today's topic is all about outdoor toys. I recently did a video on outdoor products that you guys seem to really like, and I plan to do a video like this every month where I share products related to some area: diapering, mealtime, nap time, indoor toys, outdoor toys, and so on. So if you have a specific area of daycare that you want me to share my favorite products from, make sure you leave it in the comments below. So like I said, today I'm talking all about outdoor toys. Now these range from really big toys like the giant climbers and things to very small toys, chalk and stuff like that. So I just thought I would have a whole video dedicated to everything that I could possibly think of as I went outside and looked around, of all the stuff that I have. Now the very first topic I'm going to talk about is just the bigger items, the stationary things you don't move around, those bigger ticket items and that kind of thing. So first of all, obviously most daycare providers have some kind of swing set or climber system. I actually got our secondhand, I think for $300, and I really liked it because it had a big open play space on the top, and it wasn't super duper tall. Because my age ranges are 0 to 5, I do have little 1.5-year-olds, 2-year-olds climbing up there, and I wanted a pretty safe space for them where they could move around, especially when I have up to 10 kids. I didn't want it to be super cramped. So it is pretty large. We have 2 steering wheels on there, and you will notice we have 2 slides. I started off with 1 slide and I had a ladder next to it. The ladder freaked me out because my first daughter, when she was like 13 months old, I think she was pretty young, she started trying to climb up there and would fall, and so it freaked me out. Plus the kids would fight over the slide all the time, fighting over who's going up, who's going down. So I got a second slide at a garage sale for I think $30. So now we have an up slide and a down slide. So the kids know one is for climbing up and one is for climbing down. Sometimes they do race and stuff like that, but it's just really nice because they can use those motor skills for going up and always have one that they can go down, and it's really minimized the fights, which I like. Other big items are our playhouses. I have one playhouse I bought for about $100, and then I have another playhouse I actually got from a daycare family. I bought it from them. I like having 2 because if they're fighting over one, there's always another, and the kids can pretend that one is one person's house and one is the other, or one is a fire station and one is a school, and it just makes it more fun, and they're different sizes and have different things inside, and I really like that. We also have a teeter-totter. It's just the alligator one. Up to 3 kids can sit on it, or 1 kid can sit in the middle and go back and forth, or 2 kids obviously can sit on it. This is also great in the winter to bring inside, to have a toy inside when you can't get outside a lot. And then I also have just a small toddler climber. I got that for super cheap when I first opened for from another provider who was closing, and it just works great. All ages love it. They also all love to like climb on it and pretend it's like an airplane. And I like it for water play too. Put the sprinkler on it and have the water run over, and they just think it's the funnest thing in the world. And then another thing I have are 2 grills. I got one at Aldi and one from another provider who just gave it to me. And then I bought a bunch of play food at the Dollar Tree. I didn't want anything too nice because it's kept outside, and I didn't want to have to worry about washing it and stuff, and I can always just throw it away, recycle it, get new. I didn't want any high quality stuff like that outside. So the kids can play on the grill and use the utensils and pretend to make food, but caution, it's probably gonna get all over your yard. I've tried everything to get them to keep it at the grills and at the houses, and it just doesn't happen. But as long as you're just diligent about cleaning up the yard after, it should be okay. And then my newest addition this year that I just absolutely love are my 2 sand tables. Last year I went back and forth. Do I want a sandbox? Do I not? I don't know if people in the future who will buy our house will want a sandbox, and it would take up a lot of space, and what if the kids don't even like it? So I decided this year with $100 to buy 2 sand tables and fill them with 2 bags of sand. Super cheap, super simple. And then we have buckets, scoopers, a bunch of just random sand toys, funnels, just random stuff you can get at the Dollar Tree that we use with the sand tables. I have 2 because I have a large group, and so that way I can have like 4 kids on each one and they're not super fighting over everything. And it also allows me to switch things up. I could take the sand out, put water in one, or put water beads or dirt, or you know, that kind of thing, sensory items to switch it up from time to time. Another favorite item of ours is this climber. It's so awesome. The kids climb on it all the time, and it's not too high off the ground to worry about falling, but it's one of our staples for outdoor toys. When it comes to ride-on toys, I do have quite a few, and I think all of them except one I bought secondhand. So these are great ones to sweep up from other providers, garage sales, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, that kind of thing. So I have a bunch of trikes. I have one bigger metal trike and a couple of the smaller trikes with the little basket, which my kids absolutely love. They're just so cute riding around on them. And then I have a bunch of cars. I have mostly just the single person cars, but I do have one bigger like van or station wagon with a little hatchback, I guess, that you can put stuff in or another kid could ride on, which is really cute. And then I also have like a wiggle on ride on toy, which I got from a garage sale, and it's really cool because it teaches the kids like a different way to propel themselves, which I think is really cool. And I have in the past had like more toddler oriented ride on toys with like, you know, little things they can do, spin and stuff like that. But I found that once kids are old enough to ride on any kind of ride-on toy, they want to do what the big kids are doing, so I got rid of those. I also have some games that we can play outside. I have a beanbag toss that the kids like, that they can throw the beanbags into, and it's teaching numbers and obviously motor skills. And I also have a ring toss, which spins and I think it lights up, and the kids really like it, and it's also teaching motor skills, coordination, and it's just fun to take out from time to time. And then I recently bought these potato sacks, which I completely forgot about until I went to make this video. I got them at Hobby Lobby during Easter, but I will find something similar below. But I just think these will be so fun for like a race day or something like that, or just to pull out from time to time and have the kids race. I am not comfortable doing like 3-legged races with my liability in stake, but potato sacks are really cute, and I just think a fun way for the kids to race besides running. So for water play, we usually do water play Wednesdays, and I have a few things we use for that. We do have a slip and slide I got super cheap at Target or something a few years ago, and then it actually has a hole in it because the kids don't listen when I say don't step on the part where the water is. But I just put a tarp underneath where the water accumulates, and then it can accumulate in puddles and they can jump. Here in Minnesota, we have to have signed waivers if we want kids to use a wading pool at all. It doesn't even matter how much water you put in it, but there's no rules about tarps and slip and slides and stuff like that. So that's what I use instead. I recently used the little wading pool for my own daughter because she's mine, but I probably wouldn't use it in daycare just because of the permission slip that I would need to have, but I did use that with a tiny bit of water for babies. But I also have a water blob. If you guys do not know what a water blob is or have not had one in your daycare, I'd highly encourage you to. Everybody I know that's used one loved it. They do take a long time to fill up, but once you have them filled up, they are so much fun. Mine sprays water out. You can hook the hose up, or you could just use it as is. It's really nice because it's cold to the touch, so the kids can jump on it and just cool off that way. And it's just like so much fun. It's like a water bed, and who didn't like playing on a waterbed when they were kids in the 90s. So it's really fun. I don't take mine out a lot just because it does use a lot of water and it can kill your grass if you leave it up too long, but for like a couple times a summer. It is just so worth the money. And of course, I also have a water table. The kids love to scoop, and it came with balls that they can put down this little thing. If I can find the same one, I'll link to it below, but otherwise I'll just put up a similar one. It doesn't really matter. As long as you have some kind of table with water, kids will love to play in it, even without any gadgets or gizmos. And then as far as accessories to water play, I use a lot of the same stuff as I do for sand. I use buckets, we use scoopers, funnels, and then I also often will give them paintbrushes so they can take their scooper, fill it with water, and then just go paint the fences and the play equipment with water, but they love it. I also have a bubble machine and bubbles that we love to use during the summer just to make things fun. And then I also recently bought spray bottles for spraying my flowers, because we just put in these flowers and I knew I would have such a hard time getting the kids from picking them. But they love to spray them. So, and it's a great fine motor skill to learn. And so they often will go around and spray things, my plants, my furniture, and that kind of thing. And then they can also cool off with them, which is nice. And then as far as other toys, I definitely have other things like hula hoops. I got actually at the Goodwill. Mine aren't the best quality, and I'm just not willing to pay for really high quality ones because I find that my kids don't play with them a lot, but they are really cool for like obstacle courses and stuff like that. And then also pool noodles are fun. They play with them like swords. You can set them in a line and have the kids jump over them. There's just so many options. The kids also like to pretend they're hoses for like the fire department, which is really cute. I also have those skip it toys, you know, where you put it around your ankle and it's got the long like chain thing, and then it's got a ball at the end and you have to spin it around your body and jump over it. My kids don't quite get the hang of it, but they like to pretend they're other things, so I thought they were worth mentioning. And then chalk, obviously, I don't think you could be a daycare provider without chalk, can you? The kids love chalk. And then also toy cars, like bigger ones that they can push around, and frisbees and balls. I mean, that's a no-brainer. So those are all of my toys. Like I said, everything will be linked below. I would love to know what are some toys you guys use outside. I'm afraid to read the comments because I'm always like on Amazon making wish lists for daycare and spending all my money. But I would love to know what are some other things you guys have as far as even big ticket items or smaller ticket items, and let us know, did you pay full price or did you not, and did you get them secondhand, and what would you recommend? Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.